What is up, everyone? Finally, we are here back again with another Acid Producer series, and today we are going to go through one specific thing that some of you out there have been asking for, and this is how to make your own music for social media like TikTok, Instagram, etc. Now, let's jump into the studio and we'll see what we can do. So, my main goal here today is to create two different sections where we can transition from one to the next one to then give off that kind of very intense and hard-hitting sort of punchline in the music that you can then time your stuff with on TikTok or Instagram. So let's try this out, shall we? And for the sake of the phenomenon that is funk, let's go with that. So we're going to start off with the color. Here, you could either go for something as simple as just two different instrumentals. So here we have instrumentals just playing, or you can go in and have more control by choosing your own. So I'm going to go for the color who's there percussion. So let's say that this is the maxed out production that we want to transition into. So let's start off with that. Now that we have this big sounding arrangement, what we can do is use one of the elements out of that. And I think I'm going to start off with using the kick actually to have something to tie the two pieces together. So with that, I was thinking that maybe we could do something even to the extent of going very low key with an R&B thing to then transition into the full funk. So let's see what we have. That's kind of cool. That would be pretty sick. So let's see if these two play well together. And now, because this one's MIDI, we can jump in and remove a couple. So I'm going to do that. And then we can also make sure that on the effects, we add a filter to take out some of that low end to make sure that they're not fighting for space in that end. That's kind of cool playing together. So now Arcane Dreams, the Rhodes, My Love thing is also very, very dense. I also want the Celesta to be a little bit more in your face. So let's add the church reverb and then also a modulate for the sake of it. Time sync it using this button and then you can set it to whatever notes you want. So now, and then stereo with. Nice. Now I'm going to add a clipper to get some of that loudness up to make sure that it really cuts through the mix. And here, actually, what we could do, because this kick is really, really in your face, what I wanted to do is take some of that out. So I'm going to do the same thing with the filter. Make sure we cut out a lot of the high end. And now to get these two elements, these two different productions to kind of sync and link up. So just for the sake of it, listening to these two, they don't really go well together as it is right now. But if we go into the loop tab again and search for EF/EX, then we get a lot of risers and transitional elements to really help tie these two sections together. So I'm going to start with a noise one. Perfect. Another, let's find another SFX thing. That's actually kind of a cool one. Let's pull this in here. And then finally, maybe something along the lines of a sweep or an impact. Okay, you know what? That's kind of cool. So let's add that. And then finally, let's see, we'll get like an impact thing. Yes, perfect. So I'm dragging this into the studio. And now we have a few elements that we can make use of. So here, typical of a transitional element like this, we wanted to sort of cut out right before the drop. So we're going from So you just hear that Celeste at the end, but we want that kind of like super in your face fill acting thing, the effects. And then it starts over with that thing. And then we have the impact coming in, and then together with that background noise. Now also to be mindful of this, you don't want all of these elements to be this loud, so pull them down in volume. I think the FX one that acts like a fill can be pretty loud, but all of the other elements can be very, very low because they have a lot of energy in them. So you can really hear them even if they are at very low volumes. And then this one can come up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit too little. Let's see. Nice. And then this riser needs to be timed. So I'm going to time this based on what I can see in the waveform. You can see the little sound sausage thingy. I'm going to pull this down and I'm going to make sure that it times perfectly with when it's supposed to come in. So let's listen to the impact and the riser. So they kind of die out at the same time. And you can pull this out a little bit more just to make sure that you get that full tail. Nice. So now with something as simple as that, just a few loops to pull in and working off the specific timings here, we can see both, and then we get something along the lines of a transition here. And what I actually wanted to do here is just take this out so it completely dies and an entirely new soundscape opens up. So going from that cute, kind of sweet Celesta, you can pull this up a little bit more. And then the riser is a bit loud, so let's pull it down. And with that, we have a small little arrangement that you can time with your videos to make sure you make the most impact when the music comes on. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, leave a comment down below asking any more questions that you want us to answer in these videos. And with all of that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.